The following is an excerpt from The Two That Remained by J. Fitzpatrick Malden. "How long has it been?" he asked, and Emily pointed. "What's that, Dada?" "The arch at Gateway Park." "What's that?" "A car, baby." "What's that?" "Another car." "What's that?" Ryan shivered, her pointing finger coming to rest on an intermixed pile of bones between two motorcycles. Something led him to believe the two riders, one male and one female, had crashed when whatever happened had happened. "Nothing, babe." She cocked her head and furrowed her brows. The questions went on, as did the wind at their backs, rushing up over the river to howl its way through the city like a death rattle. Without people, the city had become just another set of brittle bones, void of life, disclosing its acceptance of a decaying fate as it yielded to the only certainty in the universe: ruin. Without the influx of souls that powered its heart, formed its brain, acted as its feet, and filled the bloody torrents of its arterial roadways, it was a titan past its prime, wasting away and becoming nothing more than dust and rust. The boot of time would soon crash upon this forgotten grave, grinding its heel on this very spot, making a new way, a fresh path for the wonders of what were to come. But man would not be there, Ryan supposed. The time of man was done. He and his daughter were all that remained, alone in this space between life and death. They pressed on as a sharp hunger began to grow in Ryan's belly like a tumor. Emily had to be just as hungry, and so she refused to walk any farther. He was forced to sling her over his shoulder and carry her. She was rubbing her eyes and crying softly, kicking him to be set down, yet not wanting to be let go of. She was done, as he and Lillian had said often, done with it all. And if he was being honest with himself, so was he. His legs were sore and his trembling arms were turning into sun-dried spaghetti. At any moment they might just snap, and then he could no longer carry her. She would just have to walk under protest. The feeling the cold wind had summoned earlier now only caressed his skin. Inside, at his core, he was a furnace. Sweat was pouring off his back and drying in the breeze, leaving his undershirt soggy and stained. The wind gusts whipped and shifted their direction, producing a creak of twisted steel beyond the bridge that reminded him of a T-Rex's desperate growl. The creak of metal groaned for several minutes, until finally there was a deafening crash. Ryan leapt out of his skin and Emily began to cry. His gaze snapped up from the bridge onto the windows of tall buildings in the city. Every one of them felt as if they had eyes that were peering down at him. He stared for a long time at the Southwestern Bell building, a 28-floor tan citadel, and it stared back at him with its 100 eyes, all indifferent. On the 12th floor, he swore he saw one of those black eyes blink, but how could it? How could a skeleton blink at him? Bones cannot blink. Bones have no life, no soul. Bones only exist to support the living.